I really, really wanted to get engrossed in medicine from a very, very young age. I was about 14 or 15 the first time that I asked my GP, can I work for you? I want to work for free. I just want to do something. And I was too young to start seeing patients. So he had me doing filing and just doing the admin sort of on a part-time basis. And I was filing for ages and I was angry at that point, and I was like, why am I old enough to see patients? Like, I really want to see how patient care is done. So I started writing to hospitals. And I didn't have anything to offer the doctors in the hospitals who were really, really busy. And in one of the letters, I wrote that I can file, I can really, really do admin. I spent like this many summers, this is a letter from my GP, I can do your admin for you if you let me see your work. And that guy was the guy that wrote back from the Royal London Hospital and said, okay, you can do my admin. So he had me doing all the filing, and then he let me do some work in the hospital as well, and let me see patients, let me look under the microscope. He was I'm sure he's forgotten me now. He was a consultant at the Royal London at the time. And because of that experience, and I could now build on that and start writing applications to volunteer in hospitals, do fundraising, anything I could, because obviously I was quite young. But I was getting work experience placements based on the fact that I was offering them this filing experience and this admin experience. And also I'd worked in other hospitals before, so they're more likely to take you on as a work experience student if you've done placements at other hospitals. So I think that every single experience counts, and you learn things from even the most menial of jobs. So I worked as a healthcare assistant. I've done all sorts of jobs because every summer I was always looking for a job, and looking for as many jobs as possible to try and like fund my education. So I worked at Timberland for a few years. I sold software for a few years at university as well. I've done every job. I've worked at a summer camp, one of those like Camp America type summer camps in England. I've done every single job imaginable, from healthcare to admin to fashion. And all of those experiences taught me skills that I could then apply when I was starting my company. But I didn't know that at the time. I just thought this was hustling, this was a way to get money together to try and sort of pay my tuition and sort of pay my rent and things in York. But now when I look back and connect the dots, I realized that every single one of those experiences was so important, even learning how to sell shoes. And I can remember we had to say 3 features of every shoe. But now when I'm selling, I say, when I'm talking about air ambulance cover and why it's so important in Nigeria, I still say 3 points of why it's so important and why Nigeria has to have it. And that comes from my training, my sales training at Timberland. So it's so interesting and surprising how these experiences really contribute to the person you become. And I'd want to sort of advise anybody to have as many experiences as possible, try and do as many different diverse things as possible, to make sure you have that wealth of, I'm going to use the word experiences again, wealth of experiences that build up over time.